So you want to learn Microsoft 365 from the user perspective? Well, this is the ultimate guide. Check it out. Greetings my fellow YouTubers, how are you today? Welcome back to the channel, I really do appreciate it. Well, today I thought I'd take a look at Microsoft 365 but from the user perspective. So I want you to consider this the ultimate user guide. Now, if you want to ask any questions or make comments, of course, as always, just get those down below. And if you enjoy the video, then bump the like button. It does make a difference to the channel. And if you've not subscribed, then hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll be notified of any postings and new videos. And if you're a member of my Patreon site, of course, you get access to lots of full additional content. So again, details are here. Now, on the subject of Patreons, got to say a quick shout out to Zeuskit, Phil, Stephen, Nathan, Roger, Eric, Rambot, Russell, Franklin, Susan, Mateus, Jacob, Ben, and Dominic. And welcome as you've just joined us. So the other thing I just want to mention is if you're in Amsterdam in November, why not considering joining me live? I'm going to be speaking at ESPC 23. This is the European SharePoint and Microsoft 365 conference. It's 1,500 other delegates, tons of sessions, and it will be fantastic to bump into you. So more details can be found here, and of course there's a little discount code there that'll get you in a little bit cheaper as well. So with that said, let's jump in and have a look at Microsoft 365's the ultimate user guide. Check it out. So here I am in Microsoft 365. Now I'm using a Microsoft 365 Business Premium SKU, and I decided to kind of go in the middle. So this is not a home version, and it's also not a very expensive enterprise version. So it's kind of just in the middle, but it really does kind of give you most things. Now, I often get asked, Andy, if I want to try Office 365 or Microsoft 365, how can I do that? Well, I recently recorded a video here, and you can pop into if you just click on the videos tab on my YouTube channel, you can see here how to get Microsoft 365 for free. Now, to be fair, this is a user version. It's a home-based version that you can get, and it's actually really good. Some of the, obviously, if you need the business features, then what I would do is do a search for Microsoft 365 Business Premium or an E5 trial for free, and you'll be able to get a 30-day trial free of charge there. Okay, so let's then just start off. I'm not going to do any kind of admin stuff here. I just want to show you what some of the various features are here. Now, so this is my home page, and you can see here that it gives me access to kind of any files that I've used here. Now, just to say that you can control this, so you can configure this to exactly how you want it to look. So you can choose whether to see the icons either as you get like a little preview here, and you can also view them as a list. Some people like to see them as a list because obviously if you're in a public place, this might be a privacy issue. Now, one of the things that Business Premium has, and some of the business apps, is the capability to actually install the app on your physical device. So here, as you can see, I'm using a Mac, but it doesn't matter. This would auto detect whether you're using Windows or a Mac. So there's 365 apps, and you can see that these give you the real rich versions of the apps here. Now, in this example, I'm going to also show you some of the cloud-based apps here. And these can be found up here. This is my little app portal here, and some people refer to this as a waffle because it kind of looks like a waffle, and your most popular apps here are down at the side. Now, I'm logged in as an administrator, so you wouldn't normally see this icon. Okay. Andy, are there more than just Microsoft Outlook, Teams, and Word? Absolutely. So again, if I either to come up to this little waffle here, Or if I click on the apps button here, this will take you to the same place. Now, in this case, you can see I've got Microsoft Teams for collaboration and chatting and things like that. You've got Microsoft Word, so word processing, of course. Excel is the spreadsheet program, and you've got presentations available in PowerPoint. You can check all your email in Outlook, and also as a business user, you also get access to OneDrive for Business, and this can be up to 5 terabytes of storage, although most get a terabyte of storage. And you've also got OneNote here, which is fantastic for taking notes. In addition, you've also got other tools here as well. So bookings, Microsoft Bookings, I use this all the time. So this is fantastic if you're, for example, in a doctor's surgery or you're a hairdresser and you want customers to be able to make appointments. Well, you can create a really, really simple booking schedule, and there's also an app that your users can use for that. We have something called Delve, and Delve is a really nice way of viewing your files. And again, here you can see I've got compliance. This is probably because I'm an administrator. These are all the compliance admin tools. You've got a calendar, of course. Microsoft Engage, so this previously known as Yammer. This is Microsoft's business social networking tool. And if you've seen LinkedIn and Facebook, it's almost like a combination of both. We've also got forms, so you can create forms, and this is awesome. You can also create quizzes and tools like that. Now, if you've got the add-on, some of these apps, by the way, Microsoft are a little bit sneaky. They put these apps in, but they actually cost more. So, for example, Viva Learning is e-learning. It's online learning, and you can bolt that on. You've also got a little chat tool here. This is Kazala, and you've got Microsoft Insights here. If you like to create lists, and literally this is an awesome feature, and I'll walk you through some examples in a moment. You've got OneDrive, OneNote, of course, Microsoft Planner. So this is kind of like a cut down version of Microsoft Project. So fantastic for creating plans and making arrangements if you were doing a house reconstruction or something like that. This is your contacts, your calendar, your people here. You've got Microsoft Outlook, and you've got a couple of fantastic Power Apps. Is a low-code, no-code programming solution. So literally, you can create your own little apps just by going click, 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 and it can create apps. Power Automate is an automation tool. Okay. And as I said, you've got a Microsoft Whiteboard. So if you've got a big screen in the office, you can use this. A diagramming tool here called Visio. And this is something that everybody uses, of course, is your Microsoft to-do lists. Now, depending on your organization, you can also bring in other third-party apps as well. So coming back to our home page then, one of the things you might want to do is create a new document. So you can use the little plus button here, and this is a really nice kind of shortcut here. So you can see I can do a quiz, I can create a page, a notebook, and I can also do a document. But it's more than that. Look, up here you can see, again, what do you want to create? So as well as getting just the regular, basic, not that exciting presentations and document templates, you also get a whole host of really cool templates here. And which is absolutely awesome, by the way. So again, I can open up a basic document, or in fact, let's just say go with a basic presentation here. So I'm going to create a PowerPoint presentation, for example. Again, it just gives me a little okay, just click on that. And right away, I get a nice blank screen, and it's already offering me some templates. So I'm going to say, okay, welcome to Microsoft 365, and of course it's me, Andy Malone. Oops, just bring that in there. And you know, it's not really that exciting, is it? I think we could maybe perhaps jazz it up a little bit. So you can see that these templates, look at that, they do some awesome features. And so you can really kind of just choose a template that looks really exciting to you. Now, when we talk about the actual online versions, or the desktop versions of the applications, of course, which I can cover in another video, everything that you can do in these applications, you can pretty much do here. So for example, if I want to create a new slide, you can see I'm just creating from scratch, and it will create a content slide. So I can say today's topics. And I can say, and you can see even the spell checker and the grammar checker comes in here just exactly as you would see on the actual desktop versions of the products. So again, it's maybe suggesting that I put in an apostrophe there. So I'm going to say, let's say getting started, and we'll say next steps. All right. And again, and so on. Yeah, I'm sure you get the idea. So likewise, I can click onto this, and you can see this is the designer tool. And you can see as I add features here, it can make some design options. Isn't that so cool? And if you turned up on site, by the way, and you didn't have, let's say, PowerPoint on your device, or you forgot your laptop, then the great thing about having content online is that it can be available anywhere. So I just simply plug in a projector, and you can see here, I simply just click on my slideshow and my presentation is running. So you don't actually have to have physical copies of the software. So again, that's Microsoft PowerPoint. Isn't that is like super cool. Now, if I just come back to my home page, looking at some of these other apps, of course, we have email. And this is Microsoft Outlook, of course. And you can see here, I've got a marketing proposal here. And again, I can create my new email. Do I want to create a new event, schedule an event? Do I want to create a new storyline post? So again, there's a few templates here that you can use. And the nice thing about the online documents is that it doesn't really matter which application you use. You get a similar kind of experience. So you receive an email here. You've got a preview pane. I can answer the email. I can reply to this email. If there was multiple recipients, I could reply to all. I can even forward the email. And you've got the little ellipse here, which gives you other options. So for example, if I want to report it as junk email, for example, that will then go into your junk filter, and any emails from this person would not appear in your email in future. Now, in addition, of course, down here, you can see you've also got access to something called Microsoft 365 Groups, which absolutely rocks. So you can create a new Microsoft 365 group here, and we'll call this my production. In fact, this week I'm in Oslo, so I'll just call this Oslo production. And I can specify, you can see it gives it an email address, so people can email that group. And check it out, it says privacy settings. I can click on edit. So do I want this to be a private group, so only invited members? So I'm going to say, let's make it public. I think that's absolutely fine. I can choose my location, and you can see members will receive things like group conversations. So I'm going to click on that. And of course, I can now add some users. So I've got Alex here. I could say, who else do I want to bring in? Joni. And finally, I'll bring in Joanna. Okay, so I'm going to click on add, and I've now got my members into my group. And you can see here, I can create send an email to everybody in the group. You can see, give it a title. So I can say welcome, and I can say, hey guys, let's have our first meeting. Okay, let's say Andy, and we can go off and send that, and everybody will get access to that. Now, because this is business premium, you also get the ability to assign labels, sensitivity labels, and these are essentially like labeling and classification features that your administrator could set up. So for example, anything that had a highly confidential label might be encrypted. It might be the case where you can't forward it to anybody, or it's private. Yeah. So again, for this example, I'll just click on public here. All right, so just a little bit about Microsoft Outlook. How cool is that? Okay, what else can we do? Well, I'm going to go back to my home page here. You can see I've got a few documents that I've been working on here, and I've got a little session. I was writing an article here on social engineering. So I love cybersecurity, of course, and so here I've got a nice Microsoft Word document. I can zoom in and zoom out if I want to. If I want to make any changes to this document, of course, with Microsoft, like most technologies, you need to select, so that all I'm doing here is just holding and dragging across, and you can see I can change the font, I can make it bold, I can make it italics, I can underline it, I can increase the font, you can make it look really quite interesting. But I'm thinking, it's not the most exciting. I wonder if that, is there anything else that I can do? Well, check it out. Here in Microsoft Word, you now have this dictation tool. So you can now even dictate your letters. How cool is that? And we also have an editor function. So this will tell you how many spelling mistakes that you made or grammatical errors. And it will obviously make some suggestions to that. So if you're a budding author, this can be absolutely awesome. And of course, one thing's for sure, on all of these online products, sharing is absolutely superbly easy. So I can share a document with colleagues, I can copy a link and send it to somebody, and I can even manage the access. So I can say, okay, who do I want to invite? So for example, I can say, I'm the owner of this document. Do I want to start sharing it? Yeah, okay, let's share it. Who do I want to invite? So again, I created a group. I called it Oslo. So I think what we'll do is we will just come in, and I'm going to share this with my Oslo group that I just did. The other thing, and you can see anyone can edit. So if you want to change that, you simply click on, and you can specify, okay, who am I going to share this document with? Look at this. Now, one of the really nice things about this is you can specify whether you want them to edit it or just simply review it. And you can even put in a deadline date, so that on that date, it will stop sharing. There's nothing worse than 3 months down the line, you go, oh my goodness, they're still getting that document. And you can even secure it with a password. And you can also block downloads as well. So again, I can apply that. I can then say, okay, I want to copy this link, and then all I would do is I would then send that. So I'm going to send this to my group, and there we go. I've now invited them, and you can see it's telling me that that link has been shared with that group. So I can do all of that from within Outlook, from PowerPoint, so I don't need to kind of switch between the different applications. Now, on the subject of just the way that Microsoft works here, you get a menu bar here, and this is a context-sensitive menu bar. Now, as you can see, as I move through the menus, the toolbar underneath is essentially, it changes in context to what I'm doing. And by the way, if you're ever, where is that feature or how do I find anything? one of the cool features that we've got right throughout Microsoft Office is the search bar. So you can see here, depending on what you're in, I can literally search for absolutely anything. So I can say, I can type in the word sessions, and it will go off and it will look for the word sessions. Likewise, if I was an administrator looking for users, and I was in the admin tools and I just typed in a username, it would find that. But more than that, you can see it will show me not just documents, but it can also search people as well. How cool is that? That is so fantastic that you can interact and find people as well as documents so quickly. Now, obviously, that is the Microsoft Word. So again, I can then just select what I want here. I can format it. I can make it bold. And of course, I can also print that document. So you can print it. I can save it as, give it a different name, of course. And again, it's all about sharing and collaboration. That's what Microsoft 365 is truly about. I suppose the ultimate tool for sharing and collaboration has to be Microsoft Teams. And this is an absolutely such a powerful platform. And it's not simply just an application. This is a tool that really kind of pulls everything together, if you will. So here in Microsoft Teams, we have a team here called Contoso. And we have what we call a channel. Now, in Microsoft Teams, you can have multiple channels. So here in the general channel here, in addition, we also have tabs. And the cool thing about Teams is you can have, for example, files associated. Let's say this was a particular project. So we have different types of storage. And you can think, oh my goodness, this looks just like Microsoft OneDrive for Business. Actually, this is called a SharePoint document library. SharePoint is the kind of the foundational storage feature in Microsoft 365. So from a user perspective, your documents, if I go into, for example, OneDrive here, they look exactly the same as they do in SharePoint. But a OneDrive for Business is personal storage. It's almost like you're having a home drive in your company, yes? Whereas, for example, if you create a group or a team, then you get shared storage. And this can be up to 25 terabytes in size. So this is really quite big. But in terms of operational perspective, so using it, it's pretty much identical. And the one nice thing about these tabs is you get notes, as you can see, and you can even add in third-party applications as well, which is really super cool. All right. So in addition, of course, the other thing that Teams does is you can also meet online. So I can have a meeting, for example. So I can have an online meeting, and you can see, I can say, right, this online meeting, we can have a camera, we can have audio, you can join meetings, and you can have different types of meetings as well. So you can have regular meetings, again, very, very popular feature. Now, one of the really nice things that we have is also chat. So as well as having a private chat, you can also do chatting within Teams as well. So again, I can simply come and create a new conversation and say, hi everyone. And I can initiate a conversation that way. You can also attach files. You can attach GIFs and pictures and create a conversation here. It's such a powerful platform. Now, in addition, it also fully integrates to the Outlook calendar as well. And if you've got Business Premium with the calling option, you can also make phone calls as well. And this is also available in the E5 solution. And as I said, one of the great things about Teams is that you can also add in literally hundreds of additional applications. So to say that Teams is an application is an understatement. I think it's more like an entire ecosystem, if you will. So there you have it, the ultimate user guide, getting started in Microsoft 365. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Now, if you did, bump the like button. It does make a difference. And if you've not subscribed, we'd love to have you on board. So bump that subscribe button, ring that bell, and come and join my great learning community. That's it for this time. I'll see you around soon. You take care. Hey, thanks so much for dropping by today. Here's a couple of videos that you may enjoy. And while you're here, go ahead, click on the subscribe button and you won't miss out.